They just told her, you have cancer. It looks like 2 centimeters. This was December 2020. And then we started seeing some doctors, and some of the doctors started suggesting termination. They said, hey, if you terminate, we'll be able to scan you and see where the cancer is. And, and we weren't happy about that because obviously we already knew going to these appointments, there are other options. But these doctors were just suggesting termination. They weren't suggesting any of the other options. So we ended up thankfully, we found doctors who were pro-life, who were willing to go over those other options. And that's what we ended up doing. We ended up, so when she did the surgery in January, a few weeks later, they found the tumor was 13 centimeters and lymph nodes were all involved. The surgeon told me, hey, this doesn't look good at all. But she was a pro-life surgeon. And she said, well, we could proceed with looking at all the options that we discussed earlier. We suggest being aggressive and going with the chemo because chemo was an option. There are some chemos that are safe in pregnancy. And so that's what we ended up doing. Jessica, for the remainder of her pregnancy, did 4 rounds of chemo. She also did some non-conventional therapies that are safe during pregnancy, in addition to the conventional therapies. Highly monitored, highly researched, like I said. It wasn't haphazard. And a couple other doctors along the way still suggested termination, and we said no. Like I said, it was never a question. And when she finally had Thomas, our fourth, in the end of 2021, she was able to finally do her scans after she had the baby. He was fully healthy, by the way. He still is. He's 3 years old now. She had the scans 2 weeks after he was born in June 2021, and